Hi, just Matt Luxton here. I'm just going to shoot you through our little foam rolling video that we're going to do. Which is basically going to take you through a routine that we can do to help mobilise soft tissue like the muscles, ligaments, tendons, okay, etc. Before we then go and do some exercise, and also afterwards as well to help alleviate any tension that we've created, and also aid our recovery moving forward. So, without going into too much detail about foam rolling and boring you, one of the major benefits of foam rolling is improving blood flow to peripheral areas of the body, so towards the end of our limbs. The other thing that it does also is it aids lymphatic drainage, so in terms of recovery, it aids the lymph system to take some of the waste product away from after we've done exercise, but also to deliver nutrients to those areas as well. The other thing it will do as well, if you imagine like you get an elastic band, you tie a knot in it, okay, we get areas of tension or areas of the muscle that become hypoxic, which basically means starved of oxygen, and that's what we want to try and avoid. So if you imagine if someone gives you a dead leg, okay, that area gets starved of oxygen, okay, and becomes quite tense, and then if you imagine on that you're trying to move through that level of tension, you're limited then by the range of movement that you've got because of that area of tension. So there's a number of reasons as well, like why we would use that in terms of preparation mentally, so it helps us to focus our mind and also engage with our body a little bit in terms of where we feel stiff. So a great tool, and I'm going to take you through sort of a sequence now that we use, and all you need to do is just follow along for the amount of time, and I'll talk you through each one as we go. All right? You're all going to need your foam roller and also like a little lacrosse ball as well. Okay? Can be a golf ball, can be a tennis ball, but to be honest with you, a tennis ball a little bit soft for this application, and a golf ball sometimes a little bit small, but perhaps a little bit aggressive as well. So we find a lacrosse ball works really, really well. Very similar to a lacrosse ball, a hockey ball, okay, but hockey ball just slightly harder. Okay, so grab your foam roller. All right, we're going to start with in this position. Okay, so on the calf. So we're always going to try really to start by hitting the belly of the muscle. So the foam roller is in the middle of the calf, and we turn the toes in and out in there. Okay, so toes out, toes in. Okay, and just turning the toe in and out to hit the different areas of the muscle. Okay, and as I said, I will go through this with you, and you just need to follow and do the same leg and the same side at the same time. Okay, so just keep turning the toe in and out. Now we're going to do this as like what we would call a maintenance routine. Now, what you would do is if you found somewhere that was a little bit tight, you would hold on that spot. Okay, for about 10 seconds, and you would move again. Okay, so not for this video, but certainly for your own use, that's what I would be doing. Okay, the next one you'll do over on the other side. Okay, turn the toes in, turn the toes out. Okay, and again, just roll the outside of the muscle and then the inside, keeping your hips off the ground if you can. Yeah, and obviously the calf muscle, has two very distinct heads on it. So you want to try and hit the inside and the outside head on that one, working up towards the back of the knee and then down towards what we call the soleus muscle, which is just below the calf. Okay. Now, above the knee, hamstrings, okay, so you won't feel this one as much because the muscles are a bit deeper, okay, a little bit thicker, a little bit more mass about them. Okay, so never normally as tight, or sorry, not as painful, should we say. Okay, so turn the toe in and out. Okay, good, and then we'll hit the other side. Alright, so turn the toe in, turn the toe out. Good, sit yourself on top, one foot on top of the opposite knee, and then tip towards that side. Okay, so if you've got your right foot on top of your left knee, you should be tipping towards your right side. Okay, and remember you are following along, so you're doing the same side as me right now, even if you're watching on the video, and you are watching it almost in reverse. Okay, so mirror image. So right side, tip to the right side. So what we're trying to do here is hit the top of the glute. This is where the sort of piriformis muscle, the glute med. And some people's sciatic nerves will run through the piriformis and gets quite tight, so sometimes that feeling of sciatica that people get can be caused by that. So what you want to try and do is just foam roll around that area with a bit of caution, just making sure you don't get some really nasty burning sensation down the leg. But normally this will help by releasing off the glute med and the piriformis muscle. Will actually just help with those sort of feelings. Okay, and then we change sides. And again, remember we're on the top of the left glute now. So I'm going to take you through the full foam rolling routine. Then we're going to hit with the lacrosse ball. I'm going to show you a couple of areas that you can hit with that one just to alleviate some tension. And then we'll just do some short quad stretches just so I can show you how we turn the squats off a little bit from doing so much work. And then we'll break off, okay? Alright, so the next one we need to do, bring the foam roller just above the knees. Okay, so we're in there. Plank position almost, okay, and then from there you're just going to roll forwards and backwards. So from the top of the knee up towards the hip, that's where we're at. Okay, good. Now you could do that one on one leg and then on the other if you wanted to. Now the next one we're going to do is for the IT band. That's on the outside of the list. One tends to be a little bit more painful. So try and get the roller between the knee and the hip. Okay, so halfway down between the outside of the knee and the hip, and then from there, yeah, we're on the right leg. So the left foot is just brought up a little bit in front of you, and then we roll in there. Okay. And we'll just get you to change sides now. So left, outside the left leg, on the roller, right foot on it. Okay, right, the next one, you're going to put the roller, basically it's going to lie just below the shoulder blades, okay, you're going to be basically looking towards the ceiling, hands on the ears, bring the elbows in, and then I want you to lift your hips up and roll there, okay? So if I turn side on, so we're not anywhere near the neck, and we're not really near the lower back, okay, we're just in the middle of the upper back, between the shoulder blades, keep the elbows pulled in, and that just actually helps to open up the shoulder blades, and then that way you get a little bit, you get into the middle of the shoulder blades a little bit more. Alright, so that's those there. Okay, so that's your kind of basic foam rolling routine that I want you to work with. The next one I want you to do with your lacrosse ball, just find yourself a wall space. Okay, and if you haven't got a wall space, we can also do this on the floor as well, but ideally with a wall space, if you imagine that my forearm is your spine, we're just off to one side and we're just off to the other side when we do it, and we're in the small of the back. Okay, so it's not on the spine, just to one side. You won't really do any harm there. It's just that we're trying to work on the soft tissue, not the bones. Okay, so with the ball against the wall. Okay, so just in there. And if you spend any time sat down, you know these muscles do get really tight just because of the way that the pelvis is pulled when we sit down. So it's a really good idea if you've done a long drive or anything like that, that these little drills get done. You know, if not straight after the drive, at least within the next sort of 12, 24 hours, just so that you work on alleviating some of that tension. Okay. All right, I want you to change sides now. So we're doing little mini squats. You'll see I just keep switching sides. So one side then the other. You might find that one side's a little bit more tender than the other, and that's quite normal because we're not perfectly symmetrical. Okay? And then change sides. Again. Up and down. Little mini squats. Get those legs going as well. Change sides again. Good. Okay, so that's the lower back rolled out. Okay, because obviously the lacrosse ball, a little bit more targeted, a little bit more specific than the foam roller. Okay, so what I want you to do now, lie on your front, and you're going to do 3 lots of 5 seconds. Okay, this is where my counting comes in. Heel towards the back side. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change sides. 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 So one more set on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's the little quad stretches done there. Just not too long before exercise, just a little 5-second burst, just to help turn these muscles off, and that helps us to work our glutes a little bit more. So there's your foam rolling video. On to the next bit.